Hello and welcome to another edition of the program Total Woman on AD4 TV Radio. My name is Muti Olori. On this episode, we have some visuals that focuses on women in the media and entertainment industry. The first episode coming your way is on celebrating the Amazons of the fourth estates of the realm. Our guest is a veteran, seasoned journalist, an icon. Some people call her the screen goddess. She's no other person than Moji Makanjuola.
I think we have done so very much. In fact, we've done so well. Areas that before you won't find women, even in the fashion that we were stereotyped to do, even in homemaking that we were stereotyped to do, you know, those cooking, they have impacted on our women. So much so that you know how to time manage what you're doing. But coming to development as it is, tell me a bit where a woman has not succeeded. If you make her a manager, she becomes the best manager there is. If you make her a news anchor, she, you know, because she knows that expectations from her are so high, she has no choice but to give her best, and this is what they do. We give our best, and our best, usually, we are not even fair on ourselves. Because our best for us is not good enough.
Yes, we always want to equate, sometimes equate ourselves with the male counterpart.
Yeah, and you want to overdo it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so as to be accepted. So I think I salute the courage of Nigerian women journalists. I think together we have done so very well. We have been able to break that ceiling. We are in every bit, defense, law, name it, justice, name it, whatever bit that men used to think that they're the best at. We've been to the war front. So
yes.
What else? We've been to the war front. What else?
In fact,
we've done so much.
Women
and in
cover
doing
war stories more than men. And why do you think that our stories, you know, and the beats women cover, they seem to be more popular, or there's an angle to the way they cover the stories that endears them to people's hearts?
Because we are human. You look at the pros and cons of any copy, any story you're covering. You look at the human angle, how you can weave in the human angle, because that's what is innate in us. A young girl, a small baby of 9 months, already instinctively is very maternal. She wants to carry the baby. She's careful about how she carries the baby. And you begin to wonder, is that innate compassion of humanity that God has, you know, endowed us with, that, you know, helps even our chosen profession? I would say that the Nigerian female journalist, we've seen humanity in her story. So you see that story, it applies to you, it applies to me, and you see some adjustments that you can make. And because you are a homemaker, you weave all that together and you find out that, well, female Nigerian journalists are doing well.
Wow! You see what I'm talking about? Exquisite and experience. All right, let's take a look at another episode where we had a talk with the radio queen herself, Queen Rita Ejujobo, as she talks on feminism and the media world. Watch this.
Well, I think that we are gradually getting out of the era when you say media is male-dominated. It is still male-dominated, but not as it was in the past. It's changing gradually. Whether in terms of the faces you see on the screen, the voices you hear on radio, or the reporters you see in beats, or even ownership of the media. There's a gradual, you know, women are gradually coming in. Especially ownership, it is still really male-dominated because it's entrepreneurship, and media is not cheap. It's not a cheap business. Rather, it's not. You need a whole lot of money to start to become a mediapreneur, if you want to say it that way. Of course, depending on the kind of media, if you say traditional media outfit. But I do feel that the women who are already in the media and those that are coming in have a very important role to play. As I said, I was influenced by a woman to do what I'm doing now. And I met her for the first time 14th or 15th of December last year.
Wow.
Yes, that was the first time I met Comfort Okoronkwo at my book launch. I invited her, told her she's inspired me. She said, I will come. That's the first time I met her physically, right? So the point I'm trying to make is, if you're a woman and you want to be in the media, there's a lot that you can learn from those that are already there. And you don't have to hold their rappers and drag them. Just study them and you can learn from them. Now, as a woman who is in the media, you owe it a responsibility to those who want to get into media to be exceptional. Because let me use the phrase like I sound like a preacher in the beginning. They believe women ain't good enough. Women cannot cover certain beats. Oh, that's a serious beat. Put her in fashion or, you know, if it's a woman reporter, she needs to cover soft beats, if you know what I mean. It's the same reason why when you pull over in the traffic, they show you the fashion magazine and not the newspapers. Because there is this mindset that you're fragile, you cannot handle certain things, and we need not help project that image if we're already in the media. How do you do that? Show up. Give it 150%. If you have an assignment, nail it. How do you nail it? Do the work. It's not by making excuses. If you're already at a disadvantaged position as a woman in any profession for that matter, the only way you can tell people to keep quiet and know you are the boss, or keep quiet and know you are in charge, is know your job. It's not by saying it. If somebody tells you, you can't tell me what to do, and they know if you say step aside, I will do it, they won't say that to you next time. So as a woman who is in the media, you have to be super good. You have to keep reinventing yourself. You have to keep upgrading your knowledge base because things are changing. When I started radio, we learned with a console, and there's somebody who will be controlling one console. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But right now when I'm on air,
multitask, you have to do
I'm
everything.
managing Facebook, live streaming, taking comments from Facebook. I'm managing WhatsApp. I'm managing the console. So I'm online and on air and everywhere at the same time and interviewing a guest. I have to coordinate all that.
So how have we changed the face of broadcasting as a woman?
Well, first of all, we have the power of attraction. And that's the reason why it's almost impossible, even back then, for you to see two male casters on air. Pretty much, you don't want to get a woman who would glamorize. But what women are saying now is we are beyond. We're more
Glamour,
than just
yes.
an item for
Yeah.
glamour. We are brains. We are intelligent, and we bring something beyond our look to the table. And they are proving it. I work in a media organization that was founded by women. And it has grown to different, we have like 4 stations, and by God's grace, I pray for more. And she's the first, I think, woman media entrepreneur in radio, but there are more now. All right? So you have pacesetters and others need to come on board. So, and we also owe it a responsibility to also string young ladies along. You cannot go alone. What do they say? If you want to go fast, go alone.
You go alone, but if you want to go far, go with others.
We'll take a short break. We have a lot for you when we return. Please don't go away. I'll be right back.
AD4 TV Radio, with focus on education with emphasis on research and innovation, science and technology, women and girl child education, children, health, youth and sports, socio-political and economic reforms, security, environment, entrepreneurship, and entertainment. Will give you information at your fingertips. Learn on the go. Follow AD4 TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. AD4 TV Radio, reliable and credible.
We love you, AD4 TV Radio.
Welcome back. One episode you can't miss is the one on the travails of women in the movie industry. It was a pleasure having as my guest Dr. Adeyinka Azubike.
It's a men's world according to, but we're trying to make it women's world. And that is why we too, we have our own association.
Okay.
So, Women in Films. So, and just like I said earlier, if you listen to what men especially say about women, they're downgrading words, they're discouraging words. Only few of them, not all of them are bad. Some see you as a competitor and they face it.
Business for business. Yeah.
Business of business. If we don't get you, we pull you down.
So what are the challenges that has limited women to soar in that industry?
I would say finance, because even the Bible said money answereth all things. If you don't have money to do certain things, you look like a failure. So, and when we have people who are competing with you, and especially not all the people you meet in terms of fame or selling your idea to them and this, that will understand you, especially those that don't have much experience when it comes to film making.
But they have the money.
But they have the money. They have the money, but you just have to convince them. You have to talk and talk and talk. And most times, they don't understand you. So some will say, if I put my money in this, how will it come out? And a woman, if I give my money to a woman, she might decide to come back and say, or even be using her body language to want to, that has made it difficult for us. It has made it difficult because if you don't have enough money, you will shoot all this backyard laptop movie. And people have gone beyond that. In fact, the world has gone beyond that because on a daily basis, a lot of technologies, new equipment are coming out. And you want to meet up. You want to. So how do you get this money? I'm a producer, you are a producer. I want to shoot my movie, you want to shoot your... You can't give your money to give... You can't give me your money because you two want to do something for yourself. So we are not getting the cooperation we need or we require from even the government. Women like... is it backbiting, I would say?
So there's an unhealthy competition.
Unhealthy competition. Unhealthy one. You don't know where this person is coming from. You don't know who is backing the person up. And instead of you to give the support, you still go behind and there. So when you say one or two things about me, maybe the thing will filter because no matter how long it goes, it will definitely come back to you. And once maybe the person looking for your favor will now come and tell you, do you know what Amara said about you? This is what the person said. And you wouldn't say anything because me, I don't talk. I believe in action. So I will not even say anything. You won't even know that I've heard anything. So I may overlook things. Others may not. And from there, they start, pulling themselves. And lack of cooperation. We don't cooperate with ourselves. But we come up with a platform to let them understand women should stand for women. Each one lift one. So if you don't cooperate, I'm striving and you can't catch up, it's your business. So not wanting to meet up with people that you know are above you. The person that is above you is above you. You will know.
There's need to have this kind of networking, collaboration.
The networking
so that
is there. They
the
are not
older
just...
ones and the successful ones will be able to mentor and pull the other ones up.
God bless you.
Finally, on the program today, take a look at this episode where we hosted the Miss United Nations World, Queen Hadassah Alaputa. And she spoke extensively on service to humanity through pageantry.
Yes, actually, I think I saw beyond the crown. I saw beyond winning the Miss World United Nations because I had a lot of projects, most especially things that has to do with service to humanity. So it was just not about winning the crown. It was about what am I going to do after winning. So I saw a vision for myself, for my community. So that was even really my passion. And aside that, right from when I was little, I've always wanted to be a beauty queen with a difference. So I started working on myself like right from when I was small, and then this opportunity came, and then like, this is what I want. So I kept on it. I said, this is what I want, and I was going to get it. In fact, it was really funny because all my friends actually gave up on me. Like, wait, can't you use your life to do something else? What's this queen thing all about? They just did not understand the vision that I have, you know, beyond the crown. But that kept me going. To me, humanity, service to humanity means passion, it means compassion, it means kindness. It means, to me, for me, it's the fact that I see myself as a symbol of hope to my immediate community. So when you put yourself in that position, you are serving your community, you're serving your nation with compassion, with kindness. You know, you are like the bridge or the gap between, you know, people. So you give up yourself. It's like a selfless service. It's selfless. It's something that you have to do to help people, especially people that are less privileged in our society.
Wow, that is all for this episode of the program. Join me next week for another interesting episode. To watch the full videos from this recap, please visit our social media handles showing on your screen. My name is Mute Olori, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.